Hello and welcome in another pet battle guide. Today I want to show you how to get Draconic Destruction, which is defeating every corrupted pet battle, I know that the legendary pet, on Argus, with Dragonkin pets only. They don't even need to be 25 level, okay. So, as you know already, if you ever did Dragon achievement, it's that the roster of dragons is really poor. There is just a couple of dragons, really. There's some dragons that are super good, but they're hard to obtain. Like Nightmare Whelping. Apparently it's very hard to get. I don't even remember when I got it, but it's really hard apparently. It's super rare. Or others, like from editions, epic editions of some pre-order or Celestial Tournament. Stuff like that. I don't have Celestial Tournament. Or Sprite Darter Hatchling. Spirit of Competition. Yeah, Spirit of Competition is old as hell. And yeah, so some pets are really hard. And I still managed to not include them. Roster is tight, really. But I managed to not include. The rarest, one of the rarest I used was Scaly. And it's from Children's Week. And yeah, it's once a year event, but you should have it. If not, it should be on auction house. And I count it as easy to obtain. It's limited time, but acquiring it's super easy. You need to do quest. So I count it as easy to obtain. And yeah, you should be happy because I could include Mysterious Egg, Proto-Whelp, Red Proto-Whelp. Which some people still don't have it, and I know I have a friend that farming this crap for years now, and it still didn't drop. So, my guide is free of those really hard to get pets. It's step by step. If you get crit, repeat the strategy because they're not crit immune. If crit happens, well, tough luck. Since I'm using really, crappy pets, crit can happen, and yeah, that's it. There is no protection from it, so just repeat the strategy. And yeah, that's it. I think that's it. So yeah, it's step by step. So if you don't like the pace of this video, you can increase the speed. It's played. What else left? Good luck. And yeah, enjoy the video. So here we go. First on the list is Gnasher, and for him I use Bonebiter with Toxic Bite, Hiss, Huge Fang, Saurolisk, Hatchling with Rush, Burrow, Rampage, and Chrominus with Bite, Howl, Surge of Power. Start with Hiss. Go for Huge Fang. Toxic Bite. Huge Fang again. Next, bring Saurolisk. Go for Burrow. Rush. And Rampage. And he's dead. Deathscreech. He's quite easy. For him, I brought Nexus Whelpling, doesn't matter breed, with Mana Surge Arcane Storm, Stormborn Whelpling with Mana Surge Arcane Storm, and Lil Terragosa with Surge of Power Arcane Storm. Start with Arcane Storm. Mana Surge. Yeah, didn't do that much, but bring Stormborn Whelpling to Mana Surge as well. Okay, sometimes if Stormborn dies, bring Terragosa and just finish him with Surge of Power. On Baneglow, strategy is exactly the same like on Deathscreech. So, Nexus Whelpling, Stormborn Whelpling, and Lil Terragosa. Mana Surge, Arcane Storm, Mana Surge, and Surge of Power. So apply Arcane Storm. And go Mana Surge. Yeah. Just if you can apply Arcane Storm and you're done. But yeah, it's the same. Basically, it's super easy. There you have it. Foulclaw was really annoying to like figure out because it's highly RNG dependent because he does attacks. It hits twice or 3 times, so it's rough. Okay, so don't give up on it too early. And I use Scaly with Rip, Toxic Bite, Ancient Blessing, Saurolisk with Rush, Burrow, Rampage, and Chrominus with Bite, Howl, and Surge of Power. So, start with Rip. He's faster than you, so yeah, it's gonna hurt. Next, apply Toxic Bite. Ancient Blessing. Again, Rip. And Toxic Bite if you're lucky. Oh my god, you're lucky. Now whatever, because you die. And bring Saurolisk. Go for Burrow. Nice. Yeah, sometimes you need to bring Chrominus and finish him with Mana Surge or Bite. But as you can see, I was lucky. So, there you have it. Ruinhoof. He's quite easy. I brought for him Thunderscape Whelpling with Zap, Thunderbolt, Cold Lightning, Stoneborn Whelpling with Cold Lightning, Thunderbolt, and Chrominos with Howl, Surge of Power. Not that you're gonna all need that, but just you need 3 pets after all, right? So start with Cold Lightning. Then a Zap. Crit not intended. Another Zap. Bring Stormborn Whelpling. Cold Lightning. And Thunderbolt. See? Told you it's easy. And for Retch, I use the same strategy I used previously for Snozz. No, for Foulclaw, yeah. So, Scaly with Rip, Toxic Bite, Ancient Blessing, Sourless Hatchling with Rush, Burrow, Rampage, Chrominos with Howl and Surge of Power as a backup. So yeah, go for Rip. You need to remember that there is a limited dragons pool, so Scaly and Sourlisk are needed. So after Rip, go for Toxic Bite, Ancient Blessing. So if you don't have them, there is really no room to get like anything else. After Ancient Blessing, Rip. And Toxic Bite. Now just pass. Bring Sourlisk. And Burrow. And in case he's alive, use any ability to finish him off. Done. For Bucky, I came with strategy that required Nether Fairy Dragon. It's the one you need to catch in Feralus. It's not the one you need to drop. It's not that rare. But yeah, Nether Fairy Dragon with Arcane Blast, Life Exchange and Moonfire, Thunderscale Whelpling with Zap, Thunderbolt, Cold Lightning, and Bonebiter with Toxic Bite, Hiss, and Huge Fang. Okay, so is there any? No, they're all the same breeds. Unless, yeah, Nether Fairy is first, so whatever. So all you do is pass. Oh, crit. Oh, the crit might be problematic. But then apply Hiss. Then swap to Nether Fairy Dragon. And Life Exchange. Yeah. Moonfire. Crit for crit. Then Cold Lightning. And Zap. And there you have it. So even crit didn't break us. Good strategy, right? right? Next on the list is Marcus, and for Marcus I brought Crominus with Bite, Howl, Surge of Power, Thunderscale Whelpling with Zap, Thunderbolt Cold Lightning, and Bonebiter with Toxic Bite, Hiss, and Rampage. Start fight with passing first turn. I hate these crits, but what can you do? Apply Hiss. And go for Rampage. Then Thunderscale is brought in, Cold Lightning. Zap. Another Zap, if you can. Then bring a Howl. And Surge of Power. Yeah, there was a place for double Zap because sometimes Bonebiter dies faster and it's just RNG, I guess. But yeah, it works with Crominus at the end anyway. There you have it. And now Snozz. One of literally the hardest to figure out because all guys I saw were requiring hard to obtain pets like Celestial Tournament, Yulon or something else. And my strategy required just Scaly and Sourlisk Hatchling, so it's not that bad because, yeah, Scaly is from Children's Week, but come on, you should have it. And if you don't, well, too bad, you need to buy it because there is a limited pool of dragons and there is no way to pull it out without like this or Yulon. Because this fight is like 8s, really. So yeah, I use Crominus with Bite, Ancient Blessing, Surge of Power, Sourlisk Hatchling with Rush, Burrow, Rampage, and Scaly with Rip, Toxic, Bite, and Fade. Pass on the first one. Toxic Bite. And Rip. Now Fade, which is super good. Bite. Huh. And Surge of Power. You brought Sourlisk, so use Rush. Then Burrow. And Rampage. And boom, there you have it. It doesn't look hard, right? But figuring out took me like a lot. So I hope you like it and appreciate that. And sub to my channel. Thank you. Gloamwing. And for him, I brought Lil Terragosa with Arcane Blast, Surge of Power, Arcane Storm. Nexus Whelpling, doesn't matter breed. Doesn't matter. And next Mana Surge, Arcane Storm, and Stormborn Whelpling with Mana Surge, Arcane Storm. Obviously pass, because his speed is insane. Arcane Storm. And Mana Surge. Mana Surge again. And Terragosa comes in with Surge of Power. And boom, done. If you don't have Terragosa for some reason, get Chrominus. Should work as well. Done. Next on the list is Shadeflicker, and this fight is rather complicated, so make sure you follow it step by step, really, because it's a lot of steps. So I use Thunderscale Whelpling with Zap, Ancient Blessing and Cold Lightning, Infinity Hatchling with Tail Sweep, Temporal Anomaly Early Advantage, and Twilight Clutch Sister with Tail Sweep, Prismatic Barrier, and Twilight Meteorite. So, start with passing. Next, when Sister comes in, pop Barrier. And switch to Infinity Hatchling. Use Temporal Anomaly. Early Advantage. Tail Sweep. Pass. Twilight Clutch Sister comes in. Use Barrier, again, the Prismatic Barrier. And swap to Thunderscale Whelpling. You're faster than him, so pass. Next is Cold Lightning. And Zap. Twilight Clutch Sister comes in, use Twilight Meteorite. Prismatic Barrier. Pass once. And Tile Sweep. There you have it. Yeah, this fight is complicated and it's like barely doable if you follow step by step. Even the crit was like scared the hell out of me, but yeah, it's doable. You just need to get between those massive hits and his dodge abilities. Done. And another rather complicated fight, which is Corrupted Blood of Argus. So again, follow step by step. It's Azure Windseeker, I use it, with Breath, Ancient Blessing, Devastate, Infinity Hatchling with Breath, Temporal Anomaly, Early Advantage, and Twilight Clutch Sister with Tail Sweep, Prismatic Barrier, and Twilight Meteorite. Okay, so start with pass. Clutch Sister comes in, use Prismatic Barrier. Switch to Infinity Hatchling. And pop Temporal Anomaly. Then Breath. And Early Advantage. Next, Breath again. Twilight Sister comes in, use Twilight Meteorite. And Prismatic Barrier. Switch to Azure Windseeker. Use Breath. And Breath again. Calculate it to minor details. If you get crit, you might restart fight. But don't discourage yourself. These strategies are really tight to like the minimal like health percentage. But that's what you get if you want to have easier to obtain pets. So if you get crit and you fail, don't discourage yourself, just repeat it. Minixis is, quite easy, let's say. So I use Twilight Clutch Sister with Twilight Fire, Phase Shift Twilight Meteorite, Blue Dragon Hawk with Conflagrate and Flamethrower, and Twilight Whelpling with Twilight Fire, Dark Flame, and Twilight Meteorite. So yeah, start with Phase Shift. Apply Twilight Fire and swap to Blue Dragon Hawk Hatchling. Then use Flamethrower and Conflagrate. Flamethrower again. Yeah, bring Twilight Whelpling. Dark Flame. Twilight Fire. And Twilight Meteorite. Ta-da! Next on his list is Pilfer, and Pilfer is hard. His strategy is rather complicated, follow step-by-step-ish. At the end there might be some choices to make. But if you get crit, well, it's probably game over. He does hit like a train, but remember I'm using easier to obtain pets, and these pets are Phoenix Hawk Hatchling with Claw, Flyby, Liftoff, Amigosa with Claw, Wild Magic, Ice Tomb, and Twilight Clutch Sister with Tail Sweep, Prismatic Barrier, and Twilight Meteorite. So, start with liftoff. Swap to Amigosa. Use Ice Tomb. Claw. And Wild Magic. Yeah, bring Twilight Clutch Sister. And use Twilight Meteorite. Apply Prismatic Barrier. Pass once. And Tail Sweep 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Then use Twilight Meteorite. And Prismatic Barrier. Swap to Phoenix Hawk Hatchling. Use Flyby. Then lift off. Claw. And Flyby. If this happens, which normally should, it's fine. If not, you just need to use any ability to hit him. When Clutch Sister comes in, use Twilight Meteorite. See? See why this tactic is like really tight? If you get crit, it's game over. Because, yeah, I ended up in like 100 HP for Twilight's Clutch Sister. But like I said, that's a price for pets I bring. Because, yeah, I could bring Anima Wormling, right? Some people have it, some people don't. Because it's from Shadowlands Epic Edition. And I don't want to restrict my strategies to things like this. That's why I put effort to bring like common-ish pets that require some quest, or some drop, or some money. But it's not that like drastic, like Epic Edition of Shadowlands. Little, small, tiny bloat. For bloat. Whoops. Yeah, for bloat, I came with Scaly, with Rip, Toxic Bite, Fade. Amigosa, with Claw, Wild Magic, and Surge of Power, and Chrominos with Bite, Howl, Surge of Power. Start with Fade. Apply Wild Magic. Claw 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Use Surge of Power. Bring Scaly. Apply Rip. And Toxic Bite. Done. One of many. He requires, at least from me, Twilight Clutch Sister with Twilight Fire, Phase Shift, Twilight Meteorite. Nether Fairy Dragon with Arcane Blast, Life Exchange, and maybe Moonfire, and Bondbiter with Toxic Bite, Hiss, and Huge Fang. Yeah. Start with Phase Shift. Apply Twilight Fire. Swap to Nether Fairy Dragon. Arcane Blast twice. 1 and 2. Life Exchange. And swap to Clutch Sister. Use Phase Shift. Twilight Meteorite. And Twilight Fire. Switch to Bondbiter. Apply Hiss. Use Toxic Bite. Huge Fang. Switch to Twilight Clutch Sister. And again, Phase Shift. Twilight Fire. Twilight Meteorite. And switch to Bondbiter once again. Use Hiss. Huge Fang. You die. Bring Nether Fairy Dragon. Arcane Blast. Moonfire. And yeah. And now use whatever just to survive. So I pass. And it's done. In case the Moonfire won't kill him, use Arcane Blast to finish him off and then just pass. And boom, done. Water. For him, I brought whatever. Bring whatever pet in first slot. Because this pet will die. Spawn of Onyxia, which is all you need to do is go and fight it. With Breath, Scorch Earth, and Deep Breath. And Twilight Clutch Sister with Tail Sweep, Prismatic Barrier, and Twilight Meteorite. So yeah. Pass on first pet. It will die. Bring Spawn of Onyxia. And Scorch Earth. Deep Breath. Breath. Unless, yeah, It's calculated, that's why I was confused. What's going on? And Twilight Meteorite. Done. It's easier than I expected, right? And the final one is Earseeker. For this pet, bring whatever in first slot. I choose whatever I had first on the list, because it will die. Nexus Whelpling with Mana Surge Arcane Storm, and Stormborn Whelpling with Mana Surge Arcane Storm. So start with passing. Bring Nexus Whelpling. Arcane Storm. Mana Surge. And Arcane Storm. Boom. That's it. It's done. Congrats on your achievement. I hope you like what I did here. I really hope it helped you. And yeah, if it does, please leave a comment, say how shit I am. And if you have any, suggestions to the tactics I made, go ahead. You can also leave it. But usually tactics works because I did them actually I did many times before I started to record it, because I wanted to be sure that they won't let you down. Crits can happen, and if crit happen, just repeat the strategy until you won't get crit. Yes, that's really brutal, but think about that. I'm using quite common pets. Well, none of the, I mean, some of them are more rare, some not. But it's usually easy, rather easy to obtain than achievement, Celestial Tournament, or Epic Collection, Epic Shadowlands or something like that. So I excluded really hard to obtain pets, and even removed the one that are super expensive. I was checking on websites which pets are super expensive, which not. So I even didn't include the Aegis Bronze Drake, or Azure Whelpling, Crimson Whelpling, Dark Whelpling. I didn't include them in my strategies because maybe they're not super expensive for me, but might be for you. And I remember farming them. It wasn't a pleasure. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and I see you in the next video, guide, stream, whatever you like. Take care, and bye-bye.